Abusia mi checho bibiara aha ye gossip 360 na ye bedi nkomo pa. Se menkai mo a mo amonim abrante wa bia na ye frɛ ne katawele. So wonim katawele ane ene katawele asan babiem. Eye cheda ai ene fosti. Mo amonim kole ye omho sere omakopi mo ewo nana mama brown issue so. Na ne nsem mo course so de menua pe wani behwe. Na se katawele yesi nipa wu a na wonwu yi yabo nipa mienu miensa na se ayampa wo abusia yankwane yankwohwe nsem ekoso ewo eye nana mama brown show so ene we invite nkola yi na ne enye yize nsem ekoso na abusia wunya video ni bi nhwe ya yankwane yankwohwe video no me de shode me ba metwaso
mankasa mebua menka hwe na ene we mumuba mo nioma na mo de ba aduane no so ne enkwai
Pato.
English or Chi? Let's go.
Chi.
There be English.
Okay.
Let's go. What are these?
Rice.
Yeah, but jollof it boy ingredients.
Vegetables.
Vegetables. And what can
Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Chicken.
I don't know kitchen.
Chicken.
Oil.
No need the bay. Sugar. Salt.
I never soft. Yeah. Na tell you, wabon kakra ho. Wabon kakra ho. Wo di obenya wo be kwa no atom no. Wo ye ubotiko. You tell out as madam kind. Good. I also want him. It you ever started when you ever started with what?
Water.
Water.
You put the water on the silver. It's not water.
It's not water, it's
tomatoes.
What? Tomatoes.
Yes.
On the what?
Oil. We put the oil on the silver and we put the tomatoes.
Kasa de nam de mente a. Chada. Campaign manager nam jina hayo. Do you never me want me support too. So how do we do the jollof? Oh, chada me de oyen mani njo. You go parliament you. You go parliament. And I was in fetching co parliament.
Yes.
You fetching mom co parliament.
Yes.
Mate, you be heard your love listen.
Yeah, I want to be good silver. Yeah, near so you know. Yeah, I want to chicken.
I would a chasso. Chasso, my men come man. Yeah, man, first year. Momro, now your love near Bannis, I best starting the same.
But the bed the town what I could answer.
Let's say, Madame Mum, 2 points into her. Tell the team back on. Or say kitchen. I bring a chicken. What is rivers? Hey, what best river? The Avenue Bayon. What if you have a oversay? And to see another chicken first. Nayanya the steamy. Okay, and then maybe mamma dear, near the chicken either alcohol. It's just so enough here to us, Buana. All right. Munyi dia mobile blender no enwu ha sei. So mu betwitwa mu twitwa. Chada. Me hu se je enumu na betumi enumu bra ha sei. Bra ba bia na so pe na ampa. Bra right. Oba ujira bra uni ancha ana oba ka ma no ho.
Oba oye women organizer.
Enti ne fra women organizer. Oh oba. Enti for see yadan e de ni ginger. Ene ne niema ye be blend na yadan. Ebe sijas enu otwitwa no ye wo manso me ebe siesie ntia na aduane no ano ye be bobọ ne so tew enti sa brei otwitwa ne ginger madam wo so won fa den nka ho
odije ni any garlic ebe kan na odi meko ba ko say and I say powdered pepper ho
ani o powdered pepper ho
ani ye de we ya ye seasoned powdered pepper kakra begu
ebegu wo ho na say ma meko na wura chicken ni mu
na ya na ebi ho ha
yo ene na busafo mom yenyi ye nema ne blend bibia anwie na fe fa chicken ye de enkoja so wadama yellow be blend mame mi ha no yenko said me kan no enema o se blend ni na blend na hema fa ade koma onu abema chicken no so se eno ne fancy so kanen kan ho a chara bi a chance no so kan ho Obi abe jollof one no chicken straight. O say put the oil in the scraper. Sani ya dey cheddar. So what are you doing? Tell me what you are doing.
I am coming to put the chicken on the water.
Ampa on the water. Faduguzu. Faduguzu. Like that. But we have washed our hands, so you can pour everything inside. Ubana mwano. Abi ane na baby o. Pour everything inside slowly, or you remove. Okay. Who you pet na say, Madam Akoto. Bravo Edo. Now, Chada. In the school there, what is your favorite course?
Creative arts.
Creative arts.
Yes.
That's your favorite subject.
Yes.
Wow. What about mathematics?
Yeah, I am good in it small.
You are good in it small.
Yes.
Oba, what's the Obra? You two, what is your favorite this thing? Reference saying subject. Talk louder.
English, maths, and science.
Hey, Ayamba. Oh yeah, the English, maths, and science. Na minipa di amne na creative arts. Yeah, the creative arts. Na chiwa. Anya yeah, the chicken and our kitchen ni good chicken ni mo. And you know, we are putting the chicken on the water. When we finish putting on the water, what next? We will do what? First, we will do what?
We will add what we have blended on it.
We will add the blended veggies on the chicken. Bring it. Chada, you finished. Put it there. We won't go on there. We will no back and bluff. Won't go on. I feel went to me for bluff when you campaign. I am to mount. Now pour it on our PSA. Commission, it's okay. Pour it on. J, and number mama check. Winning. Winning, I won't be in from them paying for no word. Say, I never call. I got to my
Yes,
me madam. Me jaw tasty tom jollof mix. Into the eye and say, Mommy and quite enough for money in Nkomo. Near judgment, dear Nakama, madam, and the electoral commissioner. What I say? Yanko. Now am I? Then I will try.
Dedo pepper powder.
So I say they come.
Mede.
Yanko.
And dedo all purpose spices. Onward and then one for be anka. It is a one.
That's a artificial spices.
Minya a cheddar watro. What can we yet and the broth watching?
Cheddar bra, electoral commission say bra, ne o bro for abeka na be me ato abanama o. O bro for abesta attack na.
Person me can say onward biane. No one for dedo all purpose and can one no.
The bro for the same.
If you cook food and you didn't put the spices in, you didn't cook it.
And one.
If you cook food and you didn't add the spices,
then you didn't cook
it. You fry it. Yanko campaign of more. Madam, so now don't buy when you're hungry. It is already a winning Madia is to see a better frying pan or hobby beer. So when you're ready, I'm more from me, remember. And to remember Mokwana master time with Jollof, madam. Mama tasty tom jollof mix.
Properly.
Where jollof mix? Are easy? And you may go in biwom, garlic wom, meko wom, Sarah Anna a ginger as a wom, curry powder wom. But the one pie we are not here use a dia jollof pie a toast a wom. Mama on 9 according to a mona be you soon, which we take a fat. I won't say dear Nina measure dear and mono. We ever to me annoa 2 cups. I think it's 2.5 cry. Now so you be brain tino. Madam, I'm this see anama conform work. Na yakodi and come up papa bi. Ane. Meba from Saturday aduane de ye jama wo mu. Na meba from mami atena se na ye nkomo a ehun ya me pa na me ba ba hihye so no. Asam no serious. First of all, oba comedy. Ne kofa bae ne sen wan na sha ase ma metena ha. Wan na sha ase. Wan na de bae.
Acho, first day I ba ye school mu aso be kire yade. Eno bo ni din kire ne ye nyina ye bubo ye din. Eno obusabusa obi a ni future de obeye. Ena ye me ne chada se be ye acting. Ena o say yan kind of friend ye say still na acting na ne ye be ye. Ena o say sa acting no ye pedia. Ena obaboa ye. Ena oni me ɛna ɔde me ne kyɛ da ɛhyɛ ase ankakla nti yakɔ yanim nyinaa na nipa ne bi ka ho ɛna ama ya bedum pɛmpɛnso we
Sa. Enti mo sha se na emu mienu pe.
Pachan.
Na mo ye den.
Pachone yeye acting na bia.
Small one.
Pachan.
Okay. And say yes or betrem. No the nipa ni bia beka ho.
Pachan.
Enti ho na first ba ye no.
Pachan.
Mo nyina mo class ba ko.
Pachan.
First ba ye no den na first beka ho.
Pachona onu nso ebi wonimu so obeye. Ba no
Wanka.
wanka.
Ye campaign pa enti Mr. Fabrofo kan sam na that che ofata parliament. Ade a wo ye mani nyi wo cheda. Umpa masama na.
Pepe.
Se so wonsa metimu finfini a. Metumi aka ko right. Metumi aka ko left. Wonsa mematuwa, matuwa. Pachopi. Ana women's organizer abeko.
Baby.
Okay. The Cabrofo mame. So what happened when first he came?
The acting was the one acting was on him, but he can't say it.
Yo, Mr. Machana! Yes! That was on him, but she can't say it. And I had him.
And I you say I send you said you better try no. I not try one ella.
Ella way. Ella bra. Bra na first me see na e so ye nyina be kwa fa to bra ana betena se na ela metena ho ena me see nyina me self ya so ne ye bibia first ye kwatena mfimfini na msa wo bo mic ni tika ho na yellow bra wudi ne de sen
Esther.
ya na me refi ela first Esther uba ched me bo ana ana ye den to aso
And I said try and I say or try me over and Emmanuel na first and or try and or say sadia or the bibe chim apo by and said champ member.
nti apostle wen apostle be na ka ho ene ebodin no ne afremu anu no ena apostle baaye now ade pa amamo trendy ama me kra no aye mesra aye manika amafremu de aba eye election na ekoso no election no nyame anim ni idea no say na de baaye ho na election no se wo se wo ye bell boy wo bell nada na wo bell na mre so aya wo na tumi mo mutina class mo chesa
Pacho tama na me be pele no na me tiri munya den nti omoto ma me be ba ya na first mu pese omo mafia me se me ka se mkodi agro mo ma me ndi me ka se me yewe yom me no mo ko yewe yom ma me nye ana me yedi na me se na sa dia mo beda ha na na e sha se me se me wodi me po mu 6 pe
instead of 3 or 4 no
acha nti me po mu 6 na first se ono so wadre was ono wadre woni tiri ma na odi bo o senso gu bo ana o kata so no se aduane wo nti me ngina m koba be no me gi e ma bie so anwese na emu aye dunti me firi se aduane wo na me ko boy ana o mu nyina form bag no mu pie fast me ba bedi ma bom pa ya ma na bo 6 bibi aduane no so a hwi ni
ensio ne wom hey Faustina sa onim sa wono amacha da aye wicked no
Pacha
bibi anko ka papa anye dai enje grade mebua
pacha
Fausti ada na yesa
sama no waye na adwen santo no so o wa adwen sin obi ntime so me ma adwen so be biti no
Delilah dada me Delilah that's so smart channel no nim so smart
pacha
ana command santi e ba sa na ma otrimu ye den
pacha
ana I wadwen say
mesa ma fiom ana o sa de emiedwo wo chichiri nsuo ana o de anwa ye meat pie ti se meat pie pepepe ana o de shell rubber ana o se ma me nkobo ball na me se me mbo ana la mo so mo mfa ma me na o muduru kwa no so obeto bia ma o so ontimi emfa ma me o mo ambeje o so obeje ma me emi ayi nsuo ana emiedwo no
ya chichiri ni bimu
pacha nsuo ana meat pie anwa ana me say me favorite me ko bell the clang
o say your day
favorite
e dey na favorite meat pie no
any am yedon
your day
favorite
oh wa shada na favorite asa say
aduane me pe
favorite it come am the favorite
Favorite.
Free na ko we kan say.
Favorite.
Enye den.
Favorite.
Matias. Into ka say o den.
Favorite.
Ana wudi ye.
But you are boy. Me ko boy no mu nyina pie fast. Ana so be gina so be pe bia di nam say so lo kwa.
Me ma.
Uni ma afa apa de mama ni. Ana apo bai. Ana am say apo.
Na apo we. Apostle. You apostle.
Ana e sane ye baba no mizi ya. Inso no achechele.
Pastor you wicked. Binya support to me kwa. Ah.
Ana me say sa what is inso adada me ade be chi. Ade chi. Me say me mama da mama yapon by me ma mbaba no. Ana wo botena wa matena wa na ni sister bai. Ana obuza. For say ade mu yampon. There be. Was the mobile born way. And I swear the madam, this is incredible. Wamukasa naba. Wa fetch or say wa kubu buaba, a good rubber moon watch chips. Or sit chips. Into what the best one I'm say, day. And I say chips, and I'm saying my favorite.
And then wakan you want some chada. Yeah, wakai wanyani. And your favorite view.
Medisi wa me kwako baba nana. Apoka say, boss. Yan ran sane wako baba and I'm say, ah, ukra wakai me. Bibia ma edua no mabubu agum ana o say chips ana am say we me mamoda ha ma yebone
unya bone e china rock wo mu fatimi de ababa dada o say awie su ni chips na rock wo mu first pa medwa pa now he se abato na moto no asa paye de moto ye no
acha paye
ya de na paye
ye nya 14 me ye nya 14 na Jos buy ana melia say o mama ni tubi on tubi na no omo nko 16 no mu wina me so ma to me yogurt si manim ana me peda kwa so na me sadi see table no so ana o hwe yogurt na obedi ana otoma me
na sa bo bia didi ko ba bia na so ma jono usura woni wodi ma me nkwan de ameto ama o eno ba eno ono na hu no so pa na wana de ko bribe wodi enche ho
me di see wo ana me peda ni say na mo wusu ni say na me di see wo
tell our strategy pao Amelia come here na some na serious madam aduane ko sai
yeguso e be se blend ya de na
Agyapong me so blend ka wo ma to dina time ani hu ya blender no yo aya juma no thank you me so jana mamo na mon start
so my
asem no case adjourn I'm coming my grand sunflower oil ani eno ai no ajeso obia dia
de kakra bi gu ade mu so a na ne aye bebre
ma me nyame hira o akoto mansa me go back cut rice Amelia man to kasa na Amelia good na wono na open yogurt edi na ba class na say wani na brade kasa den na pe yogurt edi on na de na hu yogurt akofa di e akoto no
Antwa mano.
na ye den
Just been the ra class one. Aya nanam tinam so bet for my. Anam catcher and say, Omo man to be. Send a bay a beko 16, not a damako 14.
and a ban saying and a ban saying
And I said a pigeon yogurt. Into just been who no so bet for my.
na Josephine way Josephine maybe na say Josephine na ma ba na pie ye na wa Maria di na so me ka so say Maria na be fa di ye
acho da bi me yogurt na doso minti dinja me nam fofo me chiche bi mo bia for stickula no o wa bonten kura me mani 2
First o ma 2
Pachai.
na wo so timi kwaji opposition ndi anidi anti na pie ya no enti na pie no we dey men kan here enti na pie nda madam akotoi
ama
say pa nam ka so your radio say minim say so chira de e wo he
Vision Academy
obogu
my assistant headmistress
ampa assistant headmistress enti na efza from madam akoto electoral commissioner enti den egumu say
ye nam na den kakra enti whilst esisu no ye start a jollof base nti ye che meko
Mo chi
ene
meko no.
tomato
The
meko ni
blend
je
ya
ni
no.
ai
Yo. Na koto o mai. Why radio bro 28 years. Went to me on trend. Enkulai na ma trend.
am papa ama mi hu omo wo social media Facebook
Huh.
na omo over 20 million views
Hey.
na
We are
omo
powerful.
content no we had na obesre
Uh.
eja kata ready baby chese nanim nko a te se de o
Le
kai
na who was a secretary.
oh na oye kata reincarnated o
Hey. E wo mitrimo.
ai
E wo
o
mitrim.
di obi e kan o social media so no di bibia
Na
no ane kata
konkomuano
re
na konkomuano.
enti mehwe omo a na masre a omo na me de omo anwan de e na me se e wo se me kohwehwe wo
Oh, tu ana ko hwehwe
ai
o.
me frɛ headmaster ena me ni me crew asetena pa with akutomanse crew ena ekɔ obugu ekɔhwehwɛ wo mo ai nti saa na kɔbaaye
Na
but they say me ka ho
odru ano se madam wo
sɛ
kra
me ni
no.
omu di nkɔmmɔ wie na me se na ne skate munya bi ma me nhwɛ o me se ne agye sɛ wo ka ho
Now better say as commissioner.
ai edi kan assistant headmistress
Okay.
ena team incredible eba me ho sɛ ɔmo nye headmaster ni Cheda Emma headmaster mreni oyio ne koto ene nwa enti the boy the na headmaster here so no over voting be mu na won nim say headmaster yes a favor cheda
Okay.
so we die almost me mehwe abato ne so as it say because who headmaster because on e panyin say headmaster akasa ai obema ma hwe so dia the call headmaster say me
Million okay.
Wase me nkɔhwɛ abato eyi so. Se ye beto aba se ye nto aba. Na tim cheda ne nkrɔfo pam abo.
Power bo.
Ai.
And sanate.
Ye di nkɔmɔ no. Ɛna apostle sɔfo ba concern.
Ai.
Ona omani is drop conversations ni ade.
To
tie no ho ka kyerɛ no. Ai.
Empoma titie
O kasa no ba amagya kasa. Nso do be kɔ sesi a.
Okay.
Eti okɔ ka kyerɛ cheda. Ta cheda ase he. Ye di mrene nwa agi ade amse madam akutu ayese mango na mo de ebo so no oh David ene e onye do
mango
minim di ama
enti cheda de na bai
mate so o se me pe plant no de bre me na me twe no
na no kubedua na se mango dia
acho
flower ana de koma madam
o so oba mi fie monstera ne ade esi otu ode bi ebe bribe me
Hey. Abusuafo. Ni aya ne de. Ya be ma aduane no na ide akonanim because asam no menye nso ta metumi adi. Jese akọ attorney general ho. Enti no ye slow down wa. Na ye ma madam nya aduane ne nkonanim. E bi eto nsa didi e be ma case close. But minim ne meka bio because asa enkomo no cheda wonye. Kata wure nkura brem wonye. Wonyo wo strategy pa o. Wo strategy pa. Na chada wonim sa wo popular say. Wonim sa wo popular. Na munim sa mo popular. Munim. Oh ankolai. Asa munim.
wona mwase mo akofo ma mo fans munim
Ela wonim. Sen mo ba nre yes mo ma me de mo ko chiri kakra.
mwase mo ne ade nkrɔfo
Mo ko kuma se mo. Hey, I don't know why shopping in now. Nice one. Madam Akotonya Misra.
amen
Mo madam su de kuma se ade. E ka denke di meyo akonya ne ma no. Oni mo bia. Abusuafo emien kasa nche group na anie. Ene na head master so tie kire aduane no bia obeba. Sabe de ye be ma madam Akoto ai na aduane no akonanim. Madam Akoto Maba electoral commission me say nkrai na ma asese why popular no
ai
edin ni de wonya da ho
madam akuto ai unso me mu da
okay ye chim ni nyina gum ana ye ya mansan dia na ye madoso ye headmaster so e around enti no ye jollof pa ya the tasty tom jollof mix and ye say open a soche dear and na wa hu said you be see afa no na ye hwe jollof no open a soche nti madam you used to say 2 or 3
2 year
2 year okay milo waja milo ano melo jano na eba ni say ya o say o ye dem Oto boas na loan say na ma 10 good minutes na etumi chi tasty tom jollof mix ni mo ma afa wi a even though the season spices kakra wom no also timi the spices with seasoning etumu na afa jollof na easy for you within a short time na abene abusuafo Mac Brown's kitchen eduane pa de yaduane ye mu no yakoya nim kakra ene sen ye nam no abene ama yenya ho stock enie Sarah na enam no so esia. Madam, what she want ho? Come cafe stew no so yanhwe. Oh, nice. Oh, come.
Me the stock no.
What the stock ni begum? Okay. Na tasty tom jollof mix no tricky kakra e wo ho nie. What the stock ye gu me say? Na ko am measure say woni nsuo kakra so be ka ho a. Na ye jai no na ehu a ansa na wo de wo no. Abegum ebasa ememu no yiyi maako ememu no ni ye fe ememu no ye de
emo yi baako is this friend
your friend saying
the law features removed one
they won't mean ka ayi babeka chada babeka to fagu ana okay odi gum fagu fani chada babeka madam akoto pa Yamani who are in Sirka.
Them percent me last the no.
Oh, they will last there, they'll Oh, okay. Last there, don't a goom. Yam fanning in a yam sasa cry. Okay, I. Namekono, okay, and a okay. Taste it on Yanamacom cacra. And I feel you blended cacra, Yamacondi, okay. Aye. Also, in the morning, of course, and money.
The course in money.
Think home luxury.
Aye. This is more the champion.
Meraba no.
I'm not yanta.
Meraba no. Because good man. Ane. Na ye chi chicken idie. Na tra say ye twen ama ye nsuo no so edem. Ehu kama. Na akotoi. Enkula ni ne de emfa monkomo kakra. Akoto mansa medical kase wa ye radio mfie bebre. For how many years?
Journalism. My no 28 years.
The kind.
1997.
And I was shas.
And I'm a shas. I was a pioneer.
Okay.
Now be trap pictures of focus photos.
I wouldn't say when I'm best as I'm Felicity Ajamai.
I said I'm a pioneer more. Nature say once
a Saudi pioneer. When I'm dealing with
Ghana's oldest independent newspaper. And here when I'm starting.
Pioneer woman.
I may a pioneer 10 years. It's 2007. And na poku my entry.
Radio Mercury.
Debbie now we take no call hello FM manager. Okay. Na minim ne dada. Nti oye say matena pioneer ho ache. Nti me radio. Edi kana me mpe radio no. But me ne nkrofo di nkoma no mo so why print 10 years. Radio na me ko capital radio kakra me ko fonton from TV those days kakra.
Kata ko advert kakra.
Me ko ye
program
newspaper review ni ade.
Okay.
Ai enti krofo tu me for say me nko. Eneja me ko Angel FM 2007. Enti me didi mu na 2016. Ena me free ho call Abusua FM. Me free ho no in fact me call Scotland. ABCI Media. Ka me koye adwuma wo ho. Me call training ni ade wo ho. Na wo se me beye omo correspondent wo Ghana. Na me ko no na me ne Bulare no so adi nkomo a EIB. Me ba Abusua FM Kumase. Ti me we ni mienu no. Na me so me Abusua no. Abusua FM no. Enti me ba Ghana best start Abusua FM July 2016. And ho so ye ni 2 years. And yes nsembia sisi enema sisi nti omo pese omo downsize. And free ho. E de call Pure FM. That time na Dr. Kwaku Otin so ne yedi nkomo. In fact, o ye nipa papa me ne ye adwuma 10 years na. Me jai angel no o kan bia mentie. Na enso so woni ma anya aka na say ne bu amfume. Although initially no he disappointed no, but no that's why the me ni nua ketwa ene ne ba. Oye bibi woni fia no afrɛ me akoto bra bɛboa me na yen serve ahoho. Bibia na so hia se me ya. Osi bi mi tie directory. Enti eno ane se
Tana mo ntwem to otete ya na to sa.
Sa enam no can promise.
I promise on my honor.
Ai enti mene no a ena o se me nsamra me anya adwuma. Initially kwada me pese me na kwa me edi nkrase. Ko se o pese o retire adwuma na retire ni yie. Enti yensan ko POFM.
Okay.
Ena mene kwa me ensan ko start POFM.
Ka wu jai adwuma na.
Ka me jai adwuma se na mabrama.
POFM ye amanti.
I hammer ye hammer time. Fridays. I it started PF February 2019.
And I feel wabre or retire.
Inti August. A term and to Adam say my bread 27 years. My baby.
Na him my
much sorry ye. Any idea. Inti
why idea inti where do you me people. O de adwuma na eto ho ai ahomachi sorry de ahomachi sorry
me de to ho a de ma me ye journalism mama ene se me hu se metini ayusu journalism e de aboa omo ni bie omo ni kamafo enti in 1993 March 18th March 1993 and na me throw a letter to the editor. Na me wo J.F.K me be school. E was St. Anglican. Na me hu se me mate no, e bi ni sika ye di tua registration fee.
Enso ne hu. Nti ye mo ne ho no top quick na ye.
Enti na emra bi wo ho se wo tro uni sika ye ma register BC. Just when you scan tua exams fees. Ye ma won tro kra. Na me tro letter. Come out the then Minister of Education, Professor Harry Sawyer, say misusu say yema saafo no entro na ye rodi omo resource ni mum
na that
and emra eyi baye release baye sa ban no say sa na ebe no and then letter ba pioneer na tro letter ebi so call chronicle etiema
na ne video kwhwe ba wa hu wani so ade we have get another category again cheda Mansutwini Faustin so say wonyo say Faustin nam ho nwanwanwanwa Faustin ye odwanwanwa obohina me I was thinking so Faustin pekasa say the Faustin tie dey at least na ye nyina ye expect say kana na mama Brown ebetimi asolve issue no na wonim say na na mentimi asolve sa issue no ane wonim ho ene na mama Brown entimi asolve issue no into o ma sande o mo hawo esan ko biem we pajamas news abusia me news me dia bay but mo dia so oba be hwe bi pajamas me sorry no papa news e wo ho na me dia bro me no an se me hwe me pajamas na me dia bro ti bo mo dia so oba fro bi na ka twa obi say pajamas news e wo so e koso papa e wo gossip 316 ti abusia ene ye brain nti aha na brebe ma me kwan na me djuma de nasi bia na wo ye wedding wo hia 360 machine pa de a abusia ye nkwan ye 360 machine ye $3 esande bubbles esen go so ti abusia bomode ansa obefrem wo 0243 434246 0243 434246 ene ye brain nti aha na djuma de besi bomode ansa won subscribe to your channel na abo subscribe na wa like na wa share na wa comment aka ho ede amaye bia pese adwuma ade bia wo ton ne mo ho dawro ma wa ye bia ya pon no ede ato wa ma nti bra na oni emedi dwa na won regretted that. Thank you so much. God bless you.
The good things we've done in the service of our country, we are not even able to tell people, advocate and propagate and espouse. We did this and this, and because not to boast, but these days, because of the pressures of life, people don't have long attention span. So if you are not making your points, digital times, sharp for people to get their imagination, they take you don't have a message. A party like ours, we don't have, seriously, central think tank. A think tank should work so objectively that even hard truths would be told to itself. It might not be palatable, but if the truth, know it. Because it's only when you know it you can begin to solve the problem. We don't have, with all our intelligence and high qualifications, we seem to be afraid of critical analysis. We don't want to face the real truth. You see, the other thing with us, we may be brothers or friends, but I think I get the feeling that you've taken me for a ride, you've cheated me. I tell you, next time around you call me, I may not come. This is another thing we must admit. We are democratic, we uphold common humanity. So, and democracy really doesn't go in for tribe or religion or gender. It's the individual. One man, one vote. And if we want power, we want to present a person who would be convincing to the generality of the electorate. Can this man we are presenting help solve problems for the community at large, so the benefit spreads across the board for all? We look at that this way. If we tell the truth to ourselves, we may see that the way we've been brushed by our opponents from way back. Oh, you are a tribal party. Oh, these days we are including even religion. You do that, and it comes from our mouths, then I tell you, we are perpetuating what we should be doing to get out of the, we are in a rut, a chasm, a deep gorge we've been put in there. If we do not change our minds and do not think critically and then seek solutions through hard thinking, I'm telling you, touch wood, look, we wouldn't be the first party that went out of operation. I can't mention names, but a party that used to be like the only party around. Where is it now? Where is it now? Do we want to go that way? No. Then please, let's be self-critical. Let's be self-critical. Huh? And when we face the hard facts and we are strategizing, taking into account the positives and negatives, knowing ourselves, and then knowing our opponents, and then knowing the terrain, the people, the general people of Ghana, not taking them for granted, because as I said, the electoral history should show an electorate that can change its vote within 4 years, like we experienced from 2016 to 2020, and then from 2020 to 2020, knows what it's about. Most of the electorate now, they are on campuses, university campuses. Places that used to be our readouts, our citadels, Legon, and how did we fare in Legon last election? Even with our own children there. Please, so we have serious homework. The ancient wise people, they said, make haste slowly. Make haste slowly. Don't rush, don't stampede, thinking that is the way to find solutions. No, we are dealing with all due respect, very wise electorate. And then, as I said, you may be my brother. If I feel you've dribbled me or tricked me to get to some point, and then you get there, you turn around to me, oh, come and support me. I may bow, oh yeah, but seriously, I may deceive you. I may not come. Fair play should be the order of the day with us. We are democratic, we believe in justice. Our motto is freedom, development in freedom. And we want to feel like everybody is getting counted. So please, let's go back to the drawing board. Look at ourselves critically. Look at our opponents. Look at Ghana generally. Because the whole idea, you get the party to ask for power from Ghana, the people of Ghana, with the promise you're going to serve Ghana. If you forfeit the trust, you forfeit the trust, the people will show you. People talk monetization. Monetization, everybody is angry. There's so much unemployment. We tend to know people. Today you get to some position and then you manage to get some money. When it comes to vote, you want to come and give me money. Oh, come go and vote for me. Well, because I'm angry, I may take. But in my mind's eye, this guy I used to know. We used to share boakye or something together. Now he is coming to buy me to go there so he will continue to enjoy, and me, I won't even have access to him. So they'll chop your money, then they go and vote against you. Then you turn around to blame them. You must blame yourselves. When it happens like that, we must blame ourselves. Because the people, as far as they are, they want quality service. Our principles are there, high principles. High principles. And I believe when we are talking party, we must know it's the principles we subscribe to, not the person who just on a temporary basis has been given the vote. Yes, Dankwa espoused democracy, but the party is not Dankwa. Buzia, the party is not Buzia. Kufuor got the chance. Kufuor is not the party, not a Kufuor, not any one man. It's the principle, the undying principle. And if we'll all be true to the principle, then I tell you, our party is the party of now and the future. Ghana will continue to support us, but we must be true to the principle. So when Mrs. Bihia came to see me, inviting me to come to this, first I said, oh, me old man, you people, young people, it's your turn. I thought again, I said, I had some other engagements. So I'll rush here and give you my peace of mind and appeal to you. Appeal to you. Appeal to you. Please, the Institute is a very strategic, if we use it rightly. We can abuse it. But if we are going to be true to ourselves, this must be the institute where we enshrine the ageless principles that we believe constitutes our tradition. Democracy, rule of law, respect for private sector, freedom of thought and expression and association and of choice. Private sector, when Dankwa talked of property owning, Dankwa was a poor man. I don't believe he himself even built up. But he saw the necessity to create prosperous economies so the young would be well served. It means the power is with you. Don't want free chops, free stuff. There's nothing like free chop. Resolve to work, but work. Trusting in yourself, in your self-respect. Let your brain, then you have got plenty of it. Work. Try to tell right from wrong. Try to see the feasible, the person that will come and talk feasibility and show you, work with him. Whether he's your brother or a tribesman or church person or whatever religion. See, work for solutions, pragmatism. Solutions. Our party has suffered a lot because our opponents, with their powerful organization and propaganda, have succeeded in making many parts of Ghana think our party is tribally based. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
They've got people to think. You talk our party or tradition. Oh, these are Akan or Asante. No, it's not that. It's not true. But have we thought of this challenge? What are our solutions to these accusations? And for as long as the perception persists, for so long, if we are not careful, we may be pushed out of the arena electorally. So please, let's be objective with ourselves. Let's talk principles. Let's look, the Rocha, who was General Secretary 69, became chairman in the 90s. One statement he made, and I never forget. He said that we are in a party does not mean we are friends. That we are in a party doesn't mean we are friends. What it means is that we share the vision that this machinery party is the vehicle we need to get power. Earlier you told me that sole purpose of party is to win power. If we want to win power, then let's close ranks. Not as friends, but as people sharing the vision of using the vehicle to win power. See, analogy is, you go to Neoplan Station, you board a bus, VIP. You are going to Kumasi. You buy your ticket, they seat you. The next thing you know, they've brought another person to sit by you. The journey might last 4 or 5 hours. If you don't like the face of the person next to you, you may not even look at him or her. You look at the window for the 4 or 5 hours. But at the back of your mind, you are praying that the bus will take you to your destination, Kumasi. The other person may also not like you, but he or she too would be praying that you get there safely. That's the party. We want power. Let's close rank. Reconciliation, unity. If we are not learning to reconcile, and if we are also not learning that Ghana is awake and getting more and more critical, especially of the politicians. Grassroots. We must not take grassroots for a joke.
Bobium.
Another quote, and then I will thank you and declare from here that I have launched the institute. Dr. Afrajan, who used to be the electoral commissioner. It was he who said, elections are won at the polling station. I gave you the analogy. I live in my fine bungalow. My children, they're all grown, they've gone. When it comes to voting, perhaps it's just my vote I can go and cast. But the man at the gate, the watchman, has 2, 3 wives, got 10 children. If I do not secure his trust and understanding to support me, do you think I can win that election? No. So grassroots. Let everybody feel counted.
Yes. Tell them.
And it's not a matter. It's not just a matter of going to dish out money. It's not just dishing out money. Let the people trust that you, when you have chance, you serve the good interest, inclusively of all of us, humanity. That's the central vision, the central belief. We talked down Kabuzia Dombo. What they believed in was common humanity who must be respected and be given dignity of humanity. If we do this, then I tell you we have no problems. And the institute that I see this occasion to launch, I pray God should bless it and should be an institute to impart deeper awareness of what getting involved in party means. It's all about power. Power, if you don't have power, you are dead. That's what it is. So we must know the nature of power, must learn how do we get everybody in the community to appreciate that we are capable when entrusted with power, to use it to serve the general populace. to make life better and happier for all of us as humans. Of what I believe was a very good government, because it inherited so many problems, and the government was trying to find solutions, sometimes bitter solutions, but they were genuine solutions. The soldiers under Agyapong came to remove us, and I was put in Ashford prison. I stayed there for 1 year, 3 months, not being accused. I'm telling you, so the youth, when you complain these days, you must know it happened before, long before you were born. You must help yourselves. You are the majority now. I'm having to tell you, we lost power 79 as we learned from Professor Kwe. Why? Because along the way, we found that even as we all subscribe to democracy, we tended to be too individualistic. Egos were so big. Everybody would go and look into his mirror and think that is perhaps superior or better than the next man. You see, a party must be united. We must be reconciled. But if we go in with swollen egos, I'm entitled, it's my turn. If you say that to yourself, the next man will also tell that to himself, or the next woman. So why do we get the unity? And without the unity, how can you call yourself a party? Democracy is one man, one vote. Most of you lawyers, doctors, engineers, professionals, these days we are all becoming Europeans. Monogamy. You and your wife will live in a fine bungalow, perhaps with just a child or two. The laborer outside there at your gate may have 2, 3 wives, perhaps 10 children. When it's time to go and vote, and you haven't won the support, the trust of the, who would win? It's common sense. Kokrudu, please, it's a very sad situation we are in now, and this is why I've chosen, I was invited to come and launch. I'm launching. The physical launch perhaps will be performed by another, but I'm using this occasion to tell the truth as I see it to all of us. This disease of high individualism, me-tooism, was what led to our losing 79 election. We must tell the truth to ourselves. We lost 79 when you consider the ballots. First round President Liman, and Liman was a good man. I had the opportunity to work with him in the 69-72 government. I was Deputy Foreign Minister and he was a foreign officer. I met him, good man, but he wasn't a practicing politician. He was a professional civil servant. He became, if you like, president by chance. 79, his party, PNP, was looking for a candidate. Their choice was Mr. Igala. But Igala had been disqualified by a commission of inquiry. So he turned around and picked this young man, well-educated, Dr. Liman. Just like that, and PNP accepted Liman. So into the elections, nobody knew Liman much around the country. But because that party was so united, and PNP, united like a fist in a glove, and us, the PFP, UNC, we had split ourselves, believing that we were so good, the people of Ghana would see our goodness and give it to us. We were not organized. Rather, we were tearing at each other, destroying each other, telling all sorts of things about each other, assuming Ghanaians were not listening or watching. So when we cast the vote that year, to our surprise, Liman came first, got 600 and something. Victor Osu, the PFP candidate, got 500 and something. UNC Powerley got 300. Suppose we hadn't split ourselves, 500 plus 300 and something, we would have won one touch. But once Liman got the lead into the second round, again, the way we hate ourselves. Before we knew, most of our people in UNC had gone to support Liman, even against our candidate, Vitosu. That's how we lost it. I tell you, because we did that, we disappointed our country, Ghana, so much. That was how, may he rest in peace, Rawlings managed to succeed with the attempted coup and came to sit on Ghana for 19 long years, traumatizing the country. So sometimes when people are blaming, quietly I blame our tradition, our party, and not so much the tradition as the personalities in our party. We tend to be too self-centered.
Down them! Both you! Down them!
I've told you, Buzia was a very lone member of the then parliament in the 1950s. The Northern People's Party came to that house. Buzia was there before then NPP came. I think NPP came in 54. But Buzia had been there from Legislative Council to Legislative Assembly. But Legislative was a lone member against the very powerful machinery, highly organized machinery of CPP. But the way he performed and the principles he upheld, I believe those were the things that made the Northern People's Party entering Parliament then, or Assembly, decide, look, you are alone, but be our leader. I hope you are getting the point. See, at this point, I want to ask you, what's a party for? What is the central purpose of party? Yeah? To win power. That's I would say, the only purpose. If you are a party and you are not winning, once I said, people thought I was being too simplistic. I said, you might be better off being a messenger in a winning party than a general secretary that has no party. The purpose of party is to win power. We don't seem to want to learn. Please, we happen to be living in times. See, when I went to Parliament in 1969, the population of Ghana was just 10 million people. The whole Ghana. 10 million. As we speak now, population has moved to almost 40 million. I'm sure it might be even more. Full of youngsters who may not know anything of traditions. We are talking democracy. We are talking rule of law, accountable governance. We are talking private sector. Because we believe in wealth creation. Not because we are greedy. No. Without wealth, you may have the finest ideas. You can't implement the ideas. That's why we respect the private sector. We want to encourage the private sector to come into its own. If we have Ghanaian billionaires and they become billionaires legitimately, what's wrong with it? That's how the world moves. So we believe in these things. But then, with all these ideas, well, where is the organization? See, to organize in current times, you must strategize. Your opponents, I remember they built a headquarters and said they were opening a school. They come from a tradition of organization. The first president of Ghana told his followers, organization decides all. Organization. Drilling people like into soldiers, military. So they take organization very seriously. They may not have a good message, but if they are united and they have got propaganda, they've got propaganda, they will make falsehood seem truth. You may have all the ideas, but you are not organized. Everybody is boss.
Down them!
The current leadership of the party that decided to set up this institute. I have listened to Professor Okwe. He gave the history of our tradition. And I've also listened to the minority leader in Parliament, Afenyo. Beautiful statement. But I do not want us to delude ourselves. We must ask, how come a party with a philosophy and vision for humanity, that's our main strength, humanity, of our tradition, how come we have been reduced to the current situation, a situation we all regret or must regret? How come? This thing didn't happen just like that. If we take care to look at the electoral history from 2016, 2020, 2024, and if we are sincere with ourselves, we would know that the electorate of Ghana has matured. Nobody can deceive it. I assure you, I believe this electorate, the Ghanaian electorate, I'm not talking of party electorate, has not rejected the value systems of our tradition. Who doesn't want respect for human rights? Who wouldn't want an economy that is generating wealth to benefit the entire population inclusively? Who would not support equality of opportunity for all the children of Ghana? All the children, from kindergarten through junior high, senior high to the universities. Ghana would support this. Who would want to live under a dictatorship that would grab people and put in detention 5 years without trial? Ghana does not support that. 2016, the nation very liberally gave us power, huge majorities. But just 4 years later, let's be critical with ourselves. What was the outcome of the 2020 election? And then just another 4 years, what was the outcome of the 2024 election? I believe we must be stopped in our tracks to tell the truth to ourselves. I believe such self-critical analysis would be the first step to our regaining power. And it's possible for even 2028. Professor Okwe, in telling us, narrating the history, talked of how Professor Buzia in his time was just one-man opposition to the very powerful, highly organized our first Prime Minister, first President Kwame Nkrumah's party in Parliament. Then they started off as Legislative Assembly. Just one man. It was his performance, one man against the heavy odds, that convinced the Northern People's Party under Chief Dombo to go and say, you be our leader in this house. That's how Buzia became the leader of the tradition. It wasn't just the knowledge Buzia had. He had degrees, yes. PhD, first Ghanaian professor in Legon, in sociology, everything. But it wasn't just the knowledge. Nor was it just the, say, dislike of President Nkrumah or Prime Minister Nkrumah in those times. No. President Nkrumah was talking ideologies that were not founded in our culture. Buzia, like Dankwa before him, Dankwa unfortunately never got a chance to be part of the Legislative Assembly or Parliament. But he taught the principles, very enduring, very eternal principles that I believe the whole world is moving to support these days. Buzia continued with that. Common humanity, from which commitment to democratic rule, recognizing the sovereignty of the human individual came, and from which accountable governance. When the people give you their mandate by voting, they give the elected their power to go and govern. So if I give you my power to go and govern, then you must be accountable to me. That was what Dankwa and Buzia talked. This was what pleased the then leadership of the North. Chief Dombo, Chief Yakubu Tali, Tolona, Jato Kaleo, Abai Fakabo. Fortunately, as I sit here, I worked with all these men. I was in my 20s when I joined them. The only one I didn't have the benefit, privilege to work with was J.B. Dankwa himself. Because I came back to Ghana as a young lawyer, 1965, January. The very next month, February 65, Dr. Dankwa died in prison, detention prison. Prison detention in Sawam, apparently died on the floor. He hadn't been accused. He hadn't been found guilty. But the man persisted till his dying breath that it was humanity he would support. That's why he talked democracy. If it's a martyr, he died a martyr. Buzia continued in that. I worked with Buzia because when PP came to power 69, I was 30 years old. These days, young people, I see so many of you here. You complain, oh, the youth, this party doesn't give you. No, you must strike out, go in and contest. You don't expect anybody to give you anything on a silver platter. I was 30, I contested to come to Parliament. My constituency gave it to me. And when I came to Parliament, Professor Buzia, the teacher that he was, perhaps he saw something in this little boy. He said, you, be the Deputy Foreign Minister of Ghana at the age of 30. I'm addressing you, the youth, because we are talking about your future.
Yekotuaba, they see to 2022-2023.
Yes.
In the end, why are you repeating the same mistakes? The history has taught us that we don't learn from history. What I say? So we now pay Dr. Akomea, we now pay Agyapong, we now pay Brian Champong, Educhum, Boakye Jakon, Yogate, Kwabre Japon. Yes, or penal. But man, show go to them. You go to Obama. Salman omu yeni no, and a cofasa, no man by a man for 43. What I say? Ye to about we said Nipana open Nenya. So when ya. And that's the first I told about Sadi and a Kosovo part, a friend apart naturally to Munyai. Next started in 2023.
I late.
Oh, that's a belated because some of these MPs may say, and what be a why you see, said that's a failure of leadership or a dereliction of duty.
So my transfer I am
as I say, some of these MPs are spokespersons for the aspirants. You see, we're belated. No man should be belated. I say, Ufia Timuna Futu anymore. Nana pass sorry one face of Futu no so. Naka Chomari and Futu about them. I've never so. He been a cosono. He belated. Because MPs may be spokespersons for these aspirants. I don't want him. The way I let
It's minority leader, and then 3 days, daily graphic front page, 024, especially MPP MPs. Say, I mean, endorsement in the cake, Hon Eugene, Wamunchaso.
It's two better say, a honorable affair marking, Kwame affair marking, to also sport to be. But, or can I say, you can't see him, was what to be about to be.
Yes.
Me am tia ba me to be. Me sport to be. But me could number being tia obi. And I'm going to be a bit tia obi. Sure, Dr. Baumia, me 2014, I'm engaged more closely. MPP Elections Review Committee, or a chairman, me and a secretary. The Professor Michael Quay, or your honorable Mark Menu Nom. You're a formal committee. Me Baumia closely. For how many years now? Almost 12 years.
Yes.
Share honorable Agyapong, honorable Brian Champon, honorable Educhum. Sanko Fuin, I'm not much chamber for 8 years. The watch Agyapong was always a me of menu paying. Cobre Japon, same. You got it. And no coming Cassandra. Omina Emiliano. The development Paco Jabe be said, I must have made this one to be. About me to be, not to be. But me could never be being tell me could be moved because we baby and I seem to be a freedom to me a general secretary. Isn't to full be a basse. We also Hon Eugene there or they can find a yard there to a friend. You see, people must believe in you. You must be honest. What they say, no be also my level playing field. But only got Thomas Waba. I'm the same party, no, as we share. We be start of a mark of indiscipline because you need nomination. But I'm the party because only got Thomas Waba. One more chat on the Twabano and the process of FM. How many beneficiaries?
They have a say?
Yes, they should have a say. Hey, now they got filing fees. The party is just only a referee. Controlling house, where see and has a Graspo Stadium, has for sales and Pukman Stadium. Okay, and yeah, they call a if anything. Yeah, they call what they say. Brekumasana. Says how much?
Yeah,
Team Sanity.
Brekumasana.
Brekumasana Park. Hon Eugene. I say me Hobio. I say the park never be a bonus. What do I say? It's you make it sure. Say, oh my God, Thomas Waban. They also have an input. What do I say? Because where what constitutional working document do, and is made for man. 80 time be and the be asu believe. Omopa omuye we na omo setting of obi na kasa to go and defend it. What omo defend this no show mudin bomudin. You be na tia boboy. Omo go defend this no. I don't know mo macro for kwana go fongo kasa. John Board is a former general secretary. Correct Agyapong and Butcher. Why are you not calling these people to come out to speak to it? Why the same face, the same voices in the beer? Can't you hear me?
You think it's deliberate, right?
Oh, of course it's deliberate. Of course deliberate. But you see, we are not going to allow them to do it because you're about power. If you're not going to allow some personal interest, to subvert the interest of the majority, we're not going to allow it. You're about power. And power, who will be our vote. We don't want a situation where you say, I'm going to be a theatre. Yes, I hear it. It's the idea, you say Democratic Party. You will be a candidate Pesoka. You will be a Fana Jimra. Not a Babu party. It's just a conference, put in the motion form and table it. Or the banner do not say, yeah, you're back to Abano. Yeah, but I want to make I say, National Council take a decision. In addition, I'm taking a final. Let me tell you, let me feel say officers in Obian resource in Yano, none of officers in Obian Kubio. Oh, yes. Now, resource when I didn't have catch on to Abama.
It's only first vice chair, Chairman Buti. Yeah, but Trump be out here.
We are concerning you.
National executives now almost fail. Yeah, or no count on him.
Kasa, or the Wabusa question, the Mobi heading. Wabusa question, Mima Jenna said, you're two about New Year.
Yes.
And go for starting regular secretary. Let me imagine.
Okay.
But I'm speaking to say, resource Yano. Elections. Because this election result is the most abysmal, the most appalling, the most disappointing under the Fourth Republic. In the day now, can you on Onyasu Patobama? Oh, they are saying me.
Yes.
Me said the minimum paying Akomea year in 2009. You lose elections now. No, I lose say you. One was what they call 49.7%, and they about 48%, and so crowd say only in a view. the open omina and kubi the open once and kubi na general secretary na hin into so go the party for na kire no anu omina so maybe na the over any so mu the cotton chain it immediate to we na me obi a politician to we are the very because that you to we be data no what you say you say me nua katache jombodu obaye you say 168 or the about 137 plus 1 onko olusu 32 seats obi so aba ye dey also be lose 49 17 seats more it's not they say was have a election but the other campaign the two bi na wo dey na conform it's not make catch us media na me so mu nyina obi anko bi
should they step down should they do the honorable thing
it's a matter for their conscience it's not for me to say it's a matter for their conscience yes say more juma na vi say juma maye ama aso ani a okobi wa enye den obi a wini power maybe a general secretary bia or re-election or winning Damboche did it he or twice Yombodu caught twice obi a be akoba ho o dey it is a results no bana en so ania that's why the honorable thing by stepping aside o dey say nyem na se be ka kire wo na media na minim say before media say megina bio no and before me say megina for the position no na mi so mu na nya de obi a begina based on the results are in Sakai. But hey, we are talking about ambitions here. Inti you the party for no work actually. This ukoyi presidential candidate ne. What be your campaign? Because say Ghana for Obatodum. The NDC be omo person bete. What you say? President can way not yo. What you? Say obi misbehaving the party. President could discipline so discipline. I don't constitution man ho why.
No.
It you got to ukoyi president can na bobo party ni anu. I say unnim wajuma. And respectfully, na unnim wajuma. Because a party no is not run by, it's run from the base to the top. Once you become a national officer, muna mo share around the party and share every week. We share every 3 months. Wajuma is some way. It will be a wire president. Though presidential candidate once elected becomes part of the steering committee, and making one, excuse me, and you know, Juma say on the party in one job, and you know, credit.
So you feel this reverse cycling is sort of a recipe for disaster?
Of course. For the MPP, my member of parliament in Preno.
Okay.
Every election cycle, every election cycle. That's my mandate. Our constitution, dear mammy. Between constituency elections, MED constituency executives.
Yes.
My two regional election, the regional executives. My two national, the national executives. My two presidential, my two parliamentary. My two maybe 4 years now. And I better get 4 years now. I go to one and go from you. Nibusao. Ghana, if you're a be president.
Yeah, too.
It's the idea of a become in November. A couple of go to Abana. The Muraba said they didn't mean to Abana November. A better president in January. Or as it young trainer, young caught in the following year. 70 man go to Abana president. Now go my to Abana and go to you. What's with that?
No, but why do you feel sir bottom top now the system na kayi na ye nimu no and as a yes in transit you use the word convenience,
yes,
right, to
yes.
Convenient who?
Well, whoever is doing it, it's a matter of convenience because you see the party is built from the base. Or more police station for one better by presidential MP. You cannot impose on police station. Okay, say Wakotwaba where you may as presidential candidate. Na ochna asana akoto efom de no efom for bega beka say na say ngena mto ma ebia honorable Eugene Boakye so my president candidate o meto ba ma no so mo de ye tu om dem so dey say it is so ma party for na wo form no e ba na tu aba no you can say the first obeyi leader no na ma party ni mo adwo me so otia o pa ma no ma so say mo badwo is it want to create more problems?
Really?
Yes. What's that? Tie adibia wo ya me hwe no one side o and maka tell say hwe and mo we are no more bebre or party mo a in the end na cost to yen. It's high time we learned not to repeat those mistakes. You say to about January, it's fine, money be anyhow. Yes, you call conference July we are August, you started polling stations. That time no, you start here, you best start here Yebeko conference be we no. Ni ehu dia akogye atum. Quickly they put it together. By late August, they started polling station elections. March, near coordinators and constituency elections. I tried to say, sorry, September. Yeah, March, September, no, yeah, constituency and coordinators elections. Near we October, near regional elections. November, near national elections. Then January na still near 2 presidential elections. No. The structure will still be intact. They say we say amendments. Now amendments we are. What is our police station where we are presidential candidate no. Now we are what's up the country say afena ko to muswaba. What be that? O dey say and if so we are the asun give ba. The over send any person no. You be nipa be we no one about force now say we want one support to. Na concern start. After we call pen push say ye man kwan. We go we say man and more confusion alienation eba party no. Until let's stick, there's no rush. We have to fix the party. And one who fix a party and your candidate win election my party. So be a kasa obwa MPP na members who are say e ba umia ni me lose election no. E party na lose election. What party na ba umia call ye. What I say? But he obviously is the you are the leader, but the first one leader in chess say one corner lose election. The party can be what party they go the party in a year. Who do Obama grab or lose? And that is the key thing I said. Shit him. What I say? It's a main person. We are some personalizing some, and I don't want it like that. Let's stick to what we think ought to be done now, and then that pyramid. A form no awareness now. It's young boko near 12 and you be didn't a question there, a normally in position. Ginena, a bit and a yet party no, we have to reorganize ourselves. By reorganization, no, they didn't remember politics. But no, I don't just say we must rush to select a president. I can think and say, Yina party, but you better more. That means you do a party with that. But what make you proposals be in that regard? Same come here to proposals in and I'm going to say stay. Say October and December and your national council the Beshem Ramain a conference between Sasamrano because down me change on board last Saturday Kumasi on my Kokoso constituency chairman Kumasi. Yes. You're more to be kind. Also all our processes are rooted in the constitution. And if you want to vary any of the process, you have to go back to the council. Would be national council now? National council, you want to negotiate you. And a conference to me, a delegated power. What do I say? It is almost kind of they must be put in a motion form and brought to conference for the party to decide on it. Conference, the conference executive, regional executives in a baby, a MPs for one baby. That is the forum. All this sound manaba. Don't bother said all this in Kumasi. You know people are saying say and I by nipa crab no mun into my anyano cre. Majority of the people in the party don't believe. Omopa omuye e na omo setting of obi nkwa na kasa. To go and defend it. What if my defend this I don't know. Show mudin bomudin. You be now tell boboy. Omo defend this I don't know. I don't know mo macro for kwana go fongo kasa. John Board is a former general secretary. Why are you not calling these people to come out to speak to it? Why the same face, the same voices in the beer? You think it's deliberate, right? Oh, quite deliberate. Quite deliberate. But you see, we are not going to allow them to do it because you're perceived by power. If you're not going to allow some personal interest, to subvert the interest of the majority, we're not going to allow it. You're perceived by power. And power, who will be our vote. We don't want a situation where you say, I'm going to be a theatre. Yes, I hear it. It's a idea, you won't say Democratic Party. You will be a candidate Pesoka. You will be a Fana Jemra. Not a Babu party. It's just a conference. Put in a motion form and table it. Or the banner do not say, yeah, I'm about to abano. Yeah, but I want to make a say, National Council take a decision. In addition to my taking a final. No, but make I say Ura Kwabene Agyapong. That's our proposal or the be Atuja, right? Agyapong or Kasawetino. Yes. Or Kasawetino. Or Bizu Kasawetino. Or say after conference after National Council or Kasawetino. Wakasa. And I'm to Wakasa, what you know?
Yes.
What's a man of guy?
Oh, that's in community, everybody.
No, but
the fact is, he's also contested.
Debbie, point more kind. Suppose also the coin. Yes, or the concern Yama at the phone in an hour for phoning in a what you know, my coding Amra, the current and the former, from police station all the way up. More friends say good proposal. I feel more the buyer, more police station, more doors no free. It means the argument I don't push it for early presidential primary. It doesn't hold. But what kind of land in last anyway? Upper men, I'm fine about no BNTB. What do I say? I don't buy them 2 mona into managing as a car say and no presidential first. More they ban more police station for the free. And aside from constituency upwards. And those numbers are not significant to do anything. Yeah, one vote. I must say it in database as a MPP. Party at power 33 years. You need membership database. You don't want to. Move for police station. At the phone, anyone was waiting on a police station. We know it. Move for was unless we for police station for non-trunching. Now, young Fawi. Agyapong is not the only former secretary. Go there. So, Mama the term crown son of Koy. Me say, Dambu Chitiase. Or into so echo there. Dambu Chitio, Jombo. They should call them. We must have a view of this. A view on this. Oh, that's do are there can say bonu are there people party being able support to. But baby age 9. We have too many issues on the table to solve. And just by electing one person is not going to solve the issue. But I didn't about to be any pabes 8 in the not 7 wolf. No back they achieve them. I don't know what you will. And when I then.
No, but from Chesani, I can say, what do you see wrong with the current leadership of the party?
You don't have to ask me that question. You are not being fair to me.
No, honorable.
No.
I have.
You are not being fair to me.
Especially as someone who intends to.
Yes, anytime you are not being fair to me in the CJ.
Really?
Yes, say when we say me election.
Yes.
Me no be contested. Nipa so akase obi gina bio. Is a betra na me say be put on the table abra oni ha. I'm not being fair to the person. It's not in my nature to do that. So tia meka no so aka. No be etie. No be obi making decision. Oni habi. Me no ma me kwan say me kasa. It's a me ko kan bibi e fa executive no mo ni nyina ho a more or less o kan ho bi. Your party no structure no. National chairman and general secretary are the 2 key positions. They don't go cabinet. What they say? General secretary are the chief executive of the party. What they say? It's all other things they take instructions from the chief executive. It's who can who attacking national chairman and general secretary. And I don't think it's fair so near the maker. But Mema Jane and the party for says I was all United. Medom cook, but not me on my and I don't know I don't know. They see when you mate. Me titi the people brave. San come and read no brave or platforms so. What I say? So these sentiments, no, sentiments are, sentiments are, sentiments are. What I say? And go for expressing. Now this is the time for you to listen to all these sentiments. What I say? Now, mahwe de beboa ni aye. Say, ya hwe no ni antakle no. Na jampo se enkoyi candidate ni candidate bibia bejo a me say the all canon the all kasa onim the all can. Well, this party is not run with just one person. It's run with people and divergent views. And I'm going to say, see, if you belong to the tradition, you do what is in the best interest of tradition. What do I say? And if you are acting because of a camp, you sing the song of the camp. I'm whining. What do I say? And all bad they say trans never discussion about it and discuss it. New the Buano. Former MMDCs, Ekoshia aspirant near there, my MPs, Bukrans, Ekoshia, the former flag bearer, former vice president. You feel it's out of order. When you be associated with Shamid and the first time on the Messiah, I spoke to you as a member of parliament.
Ready to yes, omo decision go take the best for the party.
Agyapong Akomea potentially say you were kufu etu na mo wi a o me futu ni akwankyere sei na ye no mu na mafoi ebi sare a ni ye sora anya kwa I say you tie na
na bi mu wan na bi mu ya sawo
And now what you say, go for me, because the only mayor, open it too far, which is the mayor. I can say, what you say, what you walk and cry. I have a said, I get to some you, the carry she, then yes, so far near Marso. And penny, and penny took for no much a quanya, yet the boy home black. Yes, so no manasa. And one more. Can be contrary to the Papa can. So we do now here in the movie. What will be some?
Baba, what now?
Yeah, I just said, oh, it's a wood get your penny.
Baba, Papa, you come for. And one no say, be a no be a granty. Papa can't say, and a sen a binums and emerantewanums a beacon.
Said ya mekan no Kennedy akompra kon ene abronye beef no aye pinso na aye bronfete asande account na anokwa anopai yanti asempa kra akola ketu abi a owo TikTok aya osa 2 years akola we free mu ya ebusia beba akwa video no ebia ye next episode no ti bomode asa obe subscribe to your channel no one like and one share na do comment aba say pajamas news we the one hwe bia wa ye ho me sorry ya na me the news ni chenchire na me the bro ti bomode asa obe hwe ye pajamas news mix episode ba ko kitikiti no ko feel kra mix ane nti na ne wo sha Empress Gifty ene na na grada hwanpa na ne ye boje ne so abusia wo sha de na wo say ye boje ne so pa eye hwan ya eye na na grada anase Empress Gifty ye nyina ye nim say Empress Gifty ekoto na oba ye ne wato gift e de kire ni kunu ototo Father's Day gift no so wanye hwa amane ku ene oba ye de abusia gift mu gift mpabo abusia na ne ye nhwe video no na yehwe a ebia na mama bia ma make am for wo ye wedding program bia wo ye na behia 360 machine yenkwan 360 machine eni true dollars ego so Sunday bubble sesen go so ewia ye dollar ne de ade ko ye sign mouse slow motion eni ugina ho na twa ne ho slow motion efe yi pa obetimi afreyen e wo 0244 215652 0244 215652 nti friend na oni edidwa na oni edidwa on regret e bia wo ton ade nso na pese ye mo adekode na wo ton ne ho daro nso a akonya wo ho utimi friend e wo 0243 434246 0243 434246 ana abusiafo aye pinso ewo media no so na aye bronfete asan e de aka ho Empress Gifty a obonyom ene ye mame agrada bifi na me fe se eye nso ano a na wedie ye wo bi di petro abegum na hwan na de petro abegum chenchirenche ye mame agrada buafu ye papa emo the secret in nsem abeto abonten efa Empress Gifty ho kwan a papa bi a na wo US e ba be ware na ene nsem wo ye mame agrada de abeto no ene wo amanso a wo se NDC amanyokuo ne ye wo MP gulu bi wo mu a sabe wono na atoto abusia mesin nsem abegu ho no ma no eyemidu ni nyina ye nim se Empress Gifty etu kwan a okoto no wo Germany fiti enra na mitabre de wo free ho a mintimi enchre ene wo je na ni yie pa ema maame bi a wanya eye ni 50 years ene maame ni ho ofe pa wo hwe obi a wanya 50 years a watimi atwa plenty ticket de ama Empress Gifty a wo to nyom e wo asore na ensem bi Empress Gifty the passport ebi begu abonte na adrega ye mame agrada ene secret upon secret a mame agrada de abegu na ebusia wunya video ni bi nhwe ya mano eyemidu mintimi enfam bro enti yenkwa ne yenkwohwe video no na ye ba meto aso edin ni de shodi eni de ma yentukọ enhwe video ne bra
Sizi agrada passports ukuru kwasi ampani wo siadoye no onka mema ho ogana ha na Jimmy fo siadoye akofa beto ni page. Traveling is a enjoyment. You are proud of yourself. Ojojenchie kwa donto hopsiadoye. Ojojenchie kwa donto hopsiadoye. Ampebre. Fa wonsa koye juma. Fa wonsa koye juma.
Yankweni.
Oye, aye minyema wei. Asa ko tell radio so see amu minkumi na wo babesia you call yourself a gospel musician me say my promise will say you will never minister in any church
abusuan so ti bibi se agrada ka se hoops na do ye ayem niema we nyina afi de agrada achi ayechi no no wo se hoops na do ye ene na yere empress adoye ene me yechi no onim se agrada achi ye okoye asode ayechi ni ode ahye nipa beburu be 20 obi a one be kontoko bia enipa na me yechi no obi a one be kontoko bia nipa na me yechi no enei wo se hoops na do ye ene me yechi no na hoops na do ya MPP time no na oye adwuma ewo airport no aye den no me yakwachi agrada ene di wo sade akwhye wo mo nti se wote se oka se ukura yem niam be yiwe nyina no pese kire se ukura ma yache me ena wo so asade makogina court ena wiye wo sa tu kwan ena asade eye passport ese hurumie emkwe
me me ka kire wo se me yeso fo ma me na wo kunu hopsi adoye ene asofo bi asode tia me wo sera me say you will never minister in any church. Me was over your video be was a man to you more sorry mpa me was be say wo baby abato nyom
abusuan sa asem na agrada kan se asofo bi no be se da abe ye video e de amon ene agrada be ye video tentente na nsem a woka na wo vos be mpa wo pem na kutia agrada asode a wo se ommo papa ni din ka bibia na agrada betra na o pre victim ena men kan asem as you said you was able to the platform so pa tanese papa no pese wo kire se papa no so manenye nyamedwuma na papa no every month bia na kire se okutua tight ote abosumfie eye adwuma sesa eye ne sika de kotua tight ma papa no busu de be se na be ye onu no video e de man we eye empress de o de yemfo ensem no twentwen ho na agrada di nkomo bia abusuya entro 99.9% anywum keys nko but what yenwie eye empress di ekire me the same video no be ye and asofo bi na hwan sofo ben na abra agrada ye be odeni no sofo ben na twero krata aba abontre se omye odeni agrada then so ne agrada kan sem no se de ice reviews ben pakura na twero krata aba abontre se nsem a oka no owi a o se na me ankasa me wofa na wo ye sofo kase obeka sa abato obewie no na nsem a wo se ka no se wo se tanese papa no Ojiji no nyina wie no asaka ena omso mame nsakira omse se atuo ne sekan ebefa langard for the ball omfie efiri se omse ya chi ne nti meso oso be mama dem. That is agrada for you.
Aye party ase aye a year say any night club you will never minister and make a show I have cursed you will never minister in any church me say software was o ye bear no or invite you I want to sorry them na me shade
ezi agrada se sofu bi invite empressa obakwa akoto sofu na sore dan mu anase obakwa akogye asore na firi sofu nsem na je agrada pesa sofu mo ga na ha nyina de kire se woka obi anu tum na otena obi aso ayede na sabi obi de na asore na sabi wa invite obi na enye wusika enye wa asore dan na utimi beto challenge say the software oye bema no opa we invite na hwe de besie de besi nyina ne say obaba bedi nipa na tem ana ababa obakwa kwa nipa ne dan odi nipa do court ana abaye ne dan atem ne dia na baba bedi no na gra wo kura wo sim obi antufo na wonya akwara enti ye den na wo be kire asofo wo mo invite wo mo mra masore dem emma beto nwom agrada sabi wo honumi mini ene right bia semet ma be ka kire wo se enfranyum tuni bi mane ma wasore dem meto nwom cause wasore dan esio no enya me dia sabi o invite nwum tuni na enya me bisika na adikotua ne ka mini ene right ene nipa bia enis that particular right no so bet ma betra ka kire wa agrada say e invite nwum tuni we e ma ne meto nwum wo wasore dem da bi why na was right no but who the ultimate be candidate said there as asofo wo kromo nyina ye onkora o mo hyew na ase kire se de opa bia betim de aye wo mo all because of certain de abedi wo munti na grada empress a wo se bi ne ngosra awe ena obitimi eye wedding ewo eye France Paris etwa ticket e de man se wo mra na grada plane ticket kura no eye sen in and out to cry a say. And I am press so own to cry contra a economy, there be business class, cause on one class I create 2 on 1 personal contract to business class not. And there is no way to cry. Say Abia inviting you programmer, Sabi, Bama could try a economy, the amano, better business class, which I say play ticket in and out to your same. The same thing, and I say Siko Bajian Sono, Eba Pru play ticket Sika, who Utuaye, and to be an was Rasa. Obi amfanya hwedie eye den na invite no awa brochire se obi ware ntoma twanyum fama no sa ni pere ne se ne wosrasa boy
na me shade you get the gas and the capacity sa wo to kwan wo obebo makutia wo be yimahi maami e me se wo ye dwamanfo tu ni asofo ne diw. And I'm telling you the facts. Me catch it out. Obey German for to say wo. Obey German for to say wo. Ana bema wo babe wale. Bema no babe obe wale. Ana wo America. Unu se madam for no. Bema no be wale. Ana wo America. Gifty. Unu se me ne madam for no. Emma wo di ni.
Agrara boa. Oboa. Metro the good time say agrada aboa no oboa jai oboa na down for no bia oboa metro the good time o the entin metro the good time say oboa
picture me chiro me can ye me person who say me minimum from afar but you don't know me bema no be waro no America me money din because me ni problem.
Here's a trick that
me money din me ni problem. Emma would the bear man in funny so for bar bang gifty brabonte never check Ghana for say so for bar bang and a bear man over America. I know by your one dear a bra who kunu and all in a war who kunu sofono. I will come on down for never die a diwu ma who kunu be pio so ma wa down for a ye will talk Emma who kunu jila with drum and boom a jawa ware. Bear man over America and all by walono. Bebo sofuba bending sofuba I would in funny I got on the altar so or sofuba a friend my molestic. I am a spiritual woman. I'm speaking in the spiritual realms. So for my maybe your friend my molestic.
Aha and my who say agrada aboa aha na me say agrada aboa no ma me nchire unu yan fa ne say wa wo ha mi na me amete me no wo kuntokwa ayedan a
na video yakwhwe ba na video yakwhwe ba wa wo hu ni swade and I'm see we have get another category again say dey ma me agrada dey was say for things to say wonyo for nam wan for see odwan wan obo ehina say wo na wo we no me I was thinking so for yeah Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and Kennedy Agyapong please na nyina yes expect na mama so eno see the background but mo dey aso be follow na woni say na na subscribe no share na comment aka ho e dey am Bidi no e de shodi e bia wo ye program bia na obehia 360 photo boot machine na yen kwa ye 360 machine na wo gina so ye throw dollars egu so sande bubbles sesen so na wo gina ye 360 machine so a ekoni slow motion na e fe ye pa ani de ma wo betimi afa no ntemo afa ye e wo 0244 215652 0244 215652 yanko ewo gossip
abusiafo mekwa me di biba na ne de me de aba de chenchirenche minia me se who ko wedding who ko yie who ko party who ko program bi na who po bia ye wuti pa a mistake bia ama who po bia bo wuti a so weave on there ka wakoma to ye abusia ma men kanfo jo one beauty parlor e fa ma abusia e bia ye mre me se who petre pa one New Boy Town, La Paz, New Boy Town. Who do La Paz, New Boy Town? Bisa say he fa no me overhead no. E kwa na me gina no. One eni o. One omo kwantempo no. One new overhead no mo ye no. One new overhead no. Who dey say wudru ho a? Wo su pejo 1. Ai wo pejo 1 beauty parlor. Wudru aya New Boy Town wa baro ni mu kakra bi obi a be kiro. Enti sana we yira kwan a obetimi afre 0242 80 66 25 0242 80 66 25 ane obaje oswate oya mi sha Joanna na wa mama e de Joanna na me se wo ho ba ye fe asa ye fie